Hey, how's it going? It's Ari here, and today I've got a very different video planned for you today. I decided I want to do something a little bit different after doing like these, screen share videos for so long. I want to do a video kind of like this, where just me in front of the camera right here, and kind of talking about, my personal story, the things that I've learned over the last 4 years of being online in this affiliate marketing industry, specifically about why most affiliate marketers never succeed online, or why most of them get very little to no results, in the long term, why most of them just end up struggling, in general, right? So I'm going to share my personal story in terms of why it took me so long to finally get that first major breakthrough online, and what I eventually learned that led me to getting more consistent sales in the long term, right? So I'll of course also be talking about how you can get consistent, $1,000 days online. I'll of course address that, kind of at the end of this video. So if you want to learn more about that, then be sure to stay with me all the way to the end. But I want to talk about my personal story in terms of, how I got online, why I struggled for so long, and, the thing that allowed me to get that first major breakthrough online, getting those, more consistent sales in the long term, right? So let's actually get right into it, right? So in my case, I first got online in this affiliate marketing industry around 4 years ago, around this time. So it was May 2017, and I'm currently filming this on like 2021, right? So about 4 years ago from now, I had literally no direction in my life. I didn't know what it was I wanted to do, didn't have any sort of direction whatsoever, and I actually dropped out of college like 6 months prior because I just didn't see the benefit of going. I just didn't really seem right for me. But I was working this very, low bottom of the barrel minimum wage job. I was working as like a bagger in like a grocery store. I absolutely hated that job, didn't enjoy it one bit. And I remember, during my free time, I would spend most of it, like playing video games, watching movies and that type of stuff, and, watching TV shows and that type of stuff. So that was pretty much my life, work at this job, make like, like $100 per week or something like that, come home, play video games, and then watch movies, and then wake up the next day, do the same thing over and over again, right? That was kind of what my life was about 4 years ago, right? So I remember coming home from work one day, and I remember going on Netflix. I'm not much of a movie person, but I went on Netflix that specific day, and I came across a movie called Everything Must Go. So this movie in particular, I haven't seen it since then, but from what I remember, it's this movie where Will Ferrell, the guy in the movie, the main character, he loses his office job and decides he's going to try and make a living by sitting outside of his house and selling all of his items in like this yard sale type of thing, right? So he's sitting outside of his house trying to get rid of everything. I remember, watching this specific moment, I remember thinking to myself, like what if I, at one point, ended up in a position like this, where I'm living on my own, I have my own job, and then all of a sudden I just lose my job, I lose all my income, and what would I want to be doing in the long term that would be generating me income, for the long term, and it would also be fulfilling in the long term. So I kind of had this thought as I'm watching this movie, and I remember going on my phone that specific moment, because I didn't have my own computer at the time, but I remember going on my phone, and I remember searching up jobs in my local area. So the funny thing about this is, at this point, I literally had no intention of ever starting a business online, didn't really know what affiliate marketing was even, and I remember coming across this article, something along the lines of, this mother of four makes $89 per hour working like 4 hours per week. You won't believe how she does it. It was some sort of like clickbait article type of thing. I remember going to it, and long story short, this turned out to be some scam site. People were saying like, this is a scam, stay away. And I remember looking at, tons of reviews, but there was one review in particular, and I'll never forget this, that said, if you really want to learn how to make money online, if you really want to learn how to generate a consistent income online, I recommend doing something known as affiliate marketing. This is where you recommend other companies' products, and whenever you refer a customer and they buy that product, then you of course get paid that commission, right? So this, of course, as soon as I heard about this concept, I just knew right away, like, this is what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to have my own online business. I want to work for myself and be able to work on my own terms whenever I want. That just sounded just amazing to me, right? So that was kind of where my journey started. I remember joining the program that, this guy was recommending, which was a program called Wealthy Affiliate, a program that showed you how to build like your own blogging site and how to, promote products off Amazon. And I remember getting into this because I just thought, it looked really cool. And I even went on Amazon like the next, day or two, and I bought my own personal laptop right away because I just knew right away, like, this is going to be the start to like a long, like, epic journey, right? So that was kind of how I first got into this industry. But what's interesting is, I started going through this program, I started going through the training, and, shortly after that, I had like this, this blog website built up that I was, reviewing products on. And what's interesting is, as I'm going through this site, a month or two started to pass and I didn't, have any sales coming in right away. And as I'm going through this and, implementing the stuff, I remember getting targeted with all these ads about different make money online programs or different, business training programs. I remember there was one where it's like, okay, in this new webinar I'm going to reveal exactly how my students made their first sale in their first 2 hours, right? So this got my attention. I ended up going to that program. I bought into that thing, and then I found another program out there, and I bought into that as well. I started learning about drop shipping, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, all these different methods out there. And before I knew it, I bought like 4, 5, 6, 7 different courses that I was all going through at once, trying to move a little bit in this direction, then here, and there. And this left me feeling very overwhelmed, very confused, very frustrated. I just didn't really know, okay, well, who do I listen to? What do I exactly focus on, right? So this kind of put me in a position where it's like, okay, well, what am I really going to be focusing on long term to really get those consistent results? So this is what I kind of was doing for like my first year or two online. And then kind of around late 2018, I decided, okay, well, enough is enough. Just focus on one thing, which is affiliate marketing, the thing that I first got into, right? So I had came across this other program around early 2019 that was primarily focused on building a long-term business with affiliate marketing, one that showed you how to really get long-term consistent results with any offer that you want to promote, regardless of the niche that you're in, regardless of what you want to align with. And this program just looked awesome to me. I know the owner had a really great reputation, and I decided to partner up with this exact program. And even, when I decided to focus on affiliate marketing, it still took me quite some time to really get any sort of traction. So I joined it in like February 2019, and even that next year or so, it was still pretty quiet. I wasn't really getting too much consistent results. But around July of 2019, I remember attending this program update, like conference call type of thing, where the owner was talking about like updates coming to the program. And one thing that he said during that call is, the number one reason why most affiliates never succeed online is because most of them never put themselves out there. They're always depending on the company to do the things for them, right? And that was when he recommended, okay, here's the challenge that I'm going to give to you guys. For the next 14 days straight, make one new video and upload it to YouTube and just post daily, right? And at this time, I was already kind of considering doing YouTube because I just thought it, sounded really good, and I just seen a lot of people having success with it. And that was kind of where I decided to start making YouTube videos. So around that time, I started working the summer job, and what I would often do is, I would get there like either an hour earlier, or I would stay like a little bit later before heading home, and I would just record a video on my phone, while I was like outside in the nice weather. And this was how I got my start in filming videos. So from here I decided, okay, YouTube's what I want to focus on, and I continued to make videos consistently until one day around March 2020. I remember the exact day, March 20th of 2020. I got home from work, I checked my email, and there were 2 emails that said, boom, you made a sale. One was like 300 something, the other one was like 200 something. I logged in, and in total I had made a total of $722 in one cent. I'll never forget it. I remember the exact number, the exact day. I remember my exact reaction. I remember exactly what I was doing, and that's a moment that I will never forget. So that was when I had my very first breakthrough online, and from that point forward, I started to get more sales coming in. They started to come in a bit more consistently, and now it's to the point where sales are coming in, pretty regularly now, right? So this was how I got my first breakthrough online. The number one thing that I will say that I've learned throughout these 4 years that I've been online is that in order to really get consistent results with anything, you have to decide first and foremost to pick something and you want to focus on it long term, right? So the number one problem that I see with a lot of people who are just getting online, I also recognize this with people who, reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. So like, okay, well, I'm looking into this program. This program sounds really great, but I'm also looking into this other thing. And if I join this program, for example, will it make me money? How soon will I start, making sales? And the problem with that type of thinking is you're depending more so on the program rather than yourself, right? And when you're depending primarily on the program, then you are putting all of your eggs into that specific basket right there. Whereas if you focus more on building a brand for yourself, if you focus on, okay, promoting, something consistently, picking one core offer and deciding to just run with it, and focus on, delivering value, creating content, things like building up your brand, building up your email list, things like this is what will allow you to get long-term consistent sales, in the long run. This is what will allow you to stand out in the long term, really get massive results, with any program that you decide to get into, regardless of, however many other people are promoting it. But you have to remember this, right? Regardless of what offer you get into, all these programs that you see out there, they all work, but it really comes down to picking one offer that you fully believe in, and you want to focus on primarily promoting that and really building a brand around that specific niche right there. This is the number one thing that I learned that took me from getting very little to no results to finally getting that first major breakthrough online, right? So this is my story that I want to share with you right here. And again, if there's anything that I recommend you take away from this video, is focus primarily on, for one, building a brand around yourself. Don't focus so much on the company that you're in, because, there's always going to be a new business popping up left and right. And if you're just focusing on that, then you're going to be constantly jumping ship from one thing to another and never really getting the long-term, results with anything, right? So that's really the main message that I want to put out there in this video. Hopefully you've gotten lots of value here. But if you want to learn more about how to get consistent long-term sales online, if you want to learn how to get big high-ticket commissions like $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, if you want to learn how to get, for example, monthly residual income, then there's going to be a link down below this video, and that will take you over to a video that will show you exactly, the program that I'm currently leveraging, that I'm getting great results with, that tons of other members are having success with, and you could simply decide to plug into that. And the thing that I absolutely love about that specific program is that it actually provides to you a lot of things like, capture pages, sales videos, email follow-up for you on your behalf, which is also really important. So, you could either learn this yourself, or you could use a system that does the email follow-up for you. So if you could just focus very consistently on getting traffic, whether you're doing paid traffic or free traffic, and you're just consistent with that, then you could have phenomenal results with this exact program, right? So again, the link to it's going to be down below. It's the first link down below this video. That'll take you over to my number one recommended program that you decide to jump on board with. And that program will allow you to get big ticket commissions online, and also allow you to get paid from up to 4 income streams, right? So it's a phenomenal program, very newbie friendly, very great to get into. And I've also got some additional bonuses that you'll get access to, like some additional training that you of course get from me in terms of how to get up and running with the program. I show you things like how to build up your own funnels. If you also want to learn these things, as you're leveraging something that's already working, then you'll also get training from myself on how to do just those things as well, right? So be sure to visit that down below, go to that program, go to that video right there, check it out and see it, for yourself right there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and take care.